All right, testing. I think the current frame rate should be good. So good day, guys. Thank you. Welcome back to TrinFx channel. Getting right quick into jumping into one or two trades so we could get started off the day right. All right. So let's just take a quick look at markets currently and some things that we could expect coming up right now. So for me, in terms of like what I'm looking at here, guys, I'm just simply looking at GJ sell side continuations. As you can see here, price did push up pretty bullishly in the last couple of hours from the market open. We did get a nice pretty bullish push on price. However, for me, I'm still thinking more to the downside in favor of the Japanese yen currently. Just because the safe haven currency, currently what we have going on in the economy, I do think that this is more like the likely trade to see long-term wise Japanese yen buy. And of course, we're looking at some key levels, right? So it's not just a blindly entering buy positions for the Japanese yen or anything like that. Looking at key levels, and this is one thing I want to look at here, the forward candle here that GJ made and what this current candle does. Now looking at the higher time frame on the forward here, we can see that alright, price did have this sort of resistance zone right here, and if GJ is to continue bullishly, this will be the point at where I want to see it kind of like reject from this high and continue back downwards. Now I am paying more so attention to what the current hourly candle does. Alright, as you see, price did push higher up here. Let me take a look here down on the 15 and the 30-minute time frame. We can see that alright, price came up above this zone, retested, pushed up again, right? So you can see this is a new area created here, and that price could potentially continue moving bullishly from this area. Right now, if you have experience trading GJ on just the movement on a whole, you get trading London and pre-New York NYSE open, you'll know that alright, just because we have this initial move during the London session doesn't mean this is where the volume is going to rise from. Now for me, I'm just going to wait, be patient, and just we'll see what price does on the hourly candle, but more so I'm leaning to the downside long-term wise. So for me, this will be the trade setup for me. Stop losses right above here, right? My target below this area here. This will be like the first target, targeting all the way back down into this entry level right here, this zone. The price initially rejected, shows some strong downside continuations, and yeah, this will be basically the trade side that I'm looking to get involved in. Again, these are trades that I'm looking to hold long term wise. I'm not really looking to hold anything like just short term. But for me, I do think that we can see a correction and price action movement in favor of the Japanese yen. So it's just a matter of, okay, how do we get that when we get that? Same thing for me here on 80 JPY. So this is one trade idea I do have right into this area here, and another one lower. We just managed to see price come lower here. This will be like the secondary entry for me to continue with those downside continuations, right? So stop losses right above this area, entry into this area here or a little bit below, and continuations to this low here. So these are like my two trade setups. One right here to enter on 80 JPY, and a secondary entry right here to continue with that downward movement. And that's sort of like all that I'm looking at currently right now. Yeah, so I'm really taking my time with it this week, guys. Not rushing anything. In terms of economic news, we had CPI news for the euro area. So you had pretty strong news here. So like I stated, this would have come out better as expected. We also had GDP growth, came out better. Core inflation came out better. I'm sorry, I don't know this here. Right, so we have some better than expected numbers, and let's see how that moves for the euro. Alright, not much in terms of movements here. I see myself push up. have much in terms of euro movement. Right, so we didn't get much of a move to the euro in this case. However, I do think likely continuation wise, we could see the euro appreciate in value, and that is sort of what I'll be looking for. If I do enter any trades on euro, the euro side, it'll be this euro 80 buys. Right at this level here, I will look for buy positions to actually see price continue moving higher. Right, and this was like my initial get-go take during my weekly analysis. So I think this is like the possible trade setup here. Other than that, nothing much really to take of note. We have like a slow start into the markets. Alright, so GJ for me sells on this side. Stop loss around 37 pips, looking for continuation, see downsides. And 80 JPY, same thing. Entry right here, looking for continuation downs. And secondary entry right here. And that's it. Really, not much else to know. Alright guys, so that's basically it right now for me. And nobody's currently watching that. I feel that it is no motivation actually continue with this. I barely got any sleep and I came up here to do some analysis and stuff. It is what it is though. That's life. Yeah, but for now, GJ continuation, see downside, all of that good stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna call it a day here. Do appreciate you guys coming out and peace.